very nice. Alright. So, I don't know who's gonna see this, or, you know, when, through the couple of weeks that it's there, but if anybody is a little more technologically aware than I am, it'd be nice to know how to put a chat up on the side of the screen there. Now, I'm playing on a console, so I very well may not be able to, but if it's an option, I'd like to try it, because then it would allow me to not have to use my phone for messages consistently. It'd be one less thing to worry about. I don't know if I'm able to, again, but someone may know, so I figured I might as well ask.
Targets are civilians. One male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoya.
I'm not sure how many people would still be playing Metal Gear Solid. It's been out for, I think, 7 years. This one has. It's been out for a long time. And I've been playing it pretty thoroughly for probably about 5. This is the first Metal Gear I've played. I've seen a lot of the others, and I really like the series. And I came kind of early on in the stealth genre from things like Splinter Cell. And since they haven't made a Splinter Cell in, well, a very long time now, I figured that I would get into Metal Gear and just kind of drop back in after a couple months and just enjoy some of it, because it has been quite some time, and I enjoy playing it. I thought maybe someone would enjoy seeing it too. So I don't have any particular goal in mind. I'm just kind of going.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
I'm realizing with this stream that I've never seen Metal Gear in 30 frames, but that Twitch only renders in 30 frames, so that'll be interesting to look back over later to see how much harder that is on the eyes. Okay. I was thinking with people watching I may play as the legendary Big Boss, and then I just kind of decided not to. I put a lot of time into character creation, and I feel that playing as a character that looks more like me is a little bit more immersive. And I enjoy gaming for immersion's sake. I actually bought a decent chunk of the equipment that Big Boss runs just for immersion. You know, I've gone outside at night and I've crept around and tried to enjoy this type of stealth. It's interesting. You'd be surprised how much of it actually carries over to reality when you're creeping around in the darkness. People are less perceptive than you'd expect them to be. I remember at one point we stopped off of a field. We were out in the country, and we stopped off of a field, and this guy rolled up in his truck, presumably to get his mail, but I thought he was just looking for us. Anyway, he stopped, and we laid there in the grass, well, more like in the mud, just kind of sat still, and this dude, he ended up probably, I don't know, 10, 15 feet from us. He was plenty close enough to see us, but he never did, and it made me realize that people don't pay as well attention as you'd think they do. So stealth is surprisingly easy. Well, again, against unsuspecting people. Never tried to creep on anybody that knew very well that I was there. Probably wouldn't go as well. Eat boot.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Obviously, the visual draw distance in actual people is far better than AI's, which is convenient. Makes it a lot easier to creep around them. Gonna stop this guy early. I figure these fellas will park when they see him drop. And that might not be fast enough. There we go. Sun's coming up. It's going to make this a little bit harder. I need to try to flank that heavy so that I can get behind these guys, because I'm going to have a serious problem if they see me. Okay, good. I've replayed this mission, and well, basically every mission, a huge amount of times, so this is pretty routine. Just trying to get this guy out of the way. He's not really worth... Yeah, he might be worth extracting. I lose a lot of people in the combat unit. Gonna discombobulate these fellers a little bit. Give me some time to get done over here. It didn't land. That'll do. This is a pretty easy mission in terms of creeping around. I've gone loud in this mission, and it gets very dangerous pretty quickly. Also, to anyone that may think that, like, or be surprised that I'm running the Infinity Bandana, I use that because, despite feeling kind of overpowered, I could pretty much call ammo in whenever I'm able to, which would be consistent. So basically it's just saving me money. I don't see how you could run out of ammo in this, not being able to call stuff in constantly. Need to extract him too. Don't think there's many more here. After this mission, I plan to hit the free roam, do some side jobs, and be a little bit more lethal. I'm not super worried about keeping these guys alive aside from this mission.
You gotta extract him. Target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
You know what? None of these guys are worth extracting. I'll just start being lethal now. Aside from that heavy, I'm not worried about these guys. Well, that's not ideal. Huh. Wow, I'm actually surprised he didn't see me. Missed him with my cross eyes. Okay, he's back up too. Yeah, that'll work. Huh. He's got pretty good stats too. Alright. I believe that this is classified as an outpost. I had a goal to secure an outpost. Although, looking at it now, I think it might just be a guard post. That's okay. I know for sure where an outpost is. I'll just head back to it. She'll be safe here. Awesome. Gonna move this a little bit closer. Turn. Rubbish traction. Don't want to hit any claymores. Got to keep an eye out for those. Okay, I think we're clear. I'm heading to the outpost in front of me. And leave these fellers off to the side, kind of out of the way, and hit this base. Don't need to keep these guys alive, we'll just get it done quick. Alright, we've got somebody down here. Oh, a few of them. The best play to stand close to that. Alright, you're gonna know I'm here now. There he is. Alright. Nothing. Weird, I know I secured this. Well, I'll see if it worked. It should have. I know this is a base. I'm gonna grab any resource I can from this place and pull out. Actually, I'll be a little creative with the exfil and just use that. Means I gotta pull her out first, though. There's a... I can't get that one, I don't think. I might be able to. There is a gun I missed on the other half of the base, though. Alright.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Okay. Well, I guess that works. Didn't realize I was so close to the edge of the hot zone. Oops.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
It's kind of a shame. I had an old account back in the day, and I had over 2 million heroism, and it was 1,750 hours in that playthrough. And it was, man, I talk about being overpowered. You're basically immune. You end up with so much armor and so many vehicles, so much equipment that you pretty much can't be stopped, even on like higher difficulty enemies and tougher outposts. I'm trying to build back up to that point, but I know it's going to take a while. And I don't really intend to put another 1,000 hours into this, because I have already put so much time into it. And it sucks, because I would really like for there to be more Metal Gear, you know, more good stealth games, but it's kind of a fading genre, with Ghost Recon kind of whittling out of the picture, and Splinter Cell pretty much dead right now. I know they're trying to make another one of those. Metal Gear is kind of at a standstill until they figure out what they're doing. It really sucks that, you know, the stealth genre has taken such a hit, because in the early 2000s it was a big thing. I mean, they added decent stealth mechanics into a lot of things. this is going to take longer than just shooting them, but that guy on the tower is worth extracting. Alright. I can get that crate after all. Okay. Luckily, these people have extremely bad vision. I think I could see myself in this situation even without glasses on. And I've got some terrible eyes. These people must be just about blind. Still, it does make it easier. I played some games recently. I played some Far Cry New Dawn, and the high-level enemies in that are actually really impressive. They gave them extremely far draw distance, like on how far they can see you, I mean. And so if you come across them, they're dangerous, because they'll see you from very far away. Basically a realistic human eye. It's impressive to see that implemented in the games. I'm hoping that they kind of stick with that, at least for the dangerous, top-tier guys. It's a cool mechanic. I mean, this guy should very well see me from this distance. Crap, at this point, this guy should too. Maybe not as well, but still, they should see me. It's almost too easy sometimes. I get that most people are... You know what? No, I don't see how you could be bad at this. I mean, I was thinking about it, but I really don't. It's not hard to be stealthy in this most of the time. Sometimes it gets tough. Infiltrating OKB-0 without anybody seeing you is a pretty impressive feat. I've done that before. Going against missions like Skullface, tough stuff, but you can shoot your way out of almost anything if you're good enough. Now you see the body. That's okay. Well, I saw that. Makes sense. I guess if my teammate took a 308 to the face a few feet from me, I'd probably pick up on it too. Alright. Well, maybe they didn't pick up on it. I'm not sure what they're... Oh, okay, no, they figured it out. Hello there. This guy got to cover. Wise. Plan to extract him. Do not want this guy to see me. Oh, it's weird. I remember them being more perceptive than this. Like, this is really pretty simple stuff, but it might just be that there's so few enemies to see me. Okay, yeah, he's picking up on it, but I mean, crap it. If he's 40 meters from me, I'd think he would. Alright. Well, I'm already in Africa. I suppose I could just do side jobs from here. It was kind of my goal anyway. I'm just trying to make money. I've got some stuff I want to develop in the future, and I'm going to need money for that. So I will pull out these crates and that truck behind me. Start heading over that way. Huh, alright. Very nice. Alright, onward. Anyone that's played a pretty large amount of Metal Gear would know that you can become Demon Snake after killing a large enough amount of enemies. I'm not super worried about being Demon Snake. I've had that happen a few times, and for those that don't know what that is, basically your guy just gets a longer horn in his head, makes him look kind of like a really lopsided unicorn, and then he gets covered in blood consistently. Like this little forehead pike here ends up pretty large. I got a picture of it back in the day. I'm sure you could Google it if you were really interested in it, but the point is, killing enough people makes you bad. You're meant to try to knock people out and be creative with it. But it's a lot... It feels unnecessary at times, because half of the weapons that you end up developing are these beautiful, dangerous, lethal weapons. You don't want to go around just hitting people with darts all the time, you know, it's going to get old. And that, and the fact that there is an extremely satisfying crunch on headshots. Alright, hang on. I don't want to rush in here. Oh, okay, yeah, it would have been bad. I don't think I can get up this right here. I can't. Ooh. I might be able to scale that, though. Oh, I've got the slippery boots. It's not having it. Nope, I can't pull a Skyrim up this one, sadly. Man, I'm so... Oh, I'm close. Come off it. Got up there. Oh, man, it's so close. Fine. I'll go around. All this high-tech gear and a slight incline's what stops us. I can get up this one, though. I know where this target is. I don't usually come at it from this far back, but... Alright. I'll pull him out. Oh! The original guy. Thank you, sir, for putting something in the chat. I'm glad that's working right. I'm gonna remember you, sir, for some time. You were the first actual viewer that I've ever had on my relatively short time streaming, actually. This is day 3. But still, if it gets anywhere, I'm definitely gonna... I don't want to be detected by this guy. I'll remember you. Alright. The target should be right up here, overseeing the muck. Yep, there he is, overseeing the muck.
That's the target.
Luckily, his buddy is completely deaf.
Spit it out.
I suppose I don't need to shoot you.
Lie down.
There's 2 more enemies around here, I believe. Hoping they don't shoot this guy down. Yeah, they're down there. Oh, that's a decoy.
You gotta extract him.
Get it? Okay, cool. I'll extract them. Yeah, I know, I do know it says I'm playing For Honor. Everything, every one of the streams I've ever made says that I'm playing For Honor. And I'm like, man, what? I can tell you I'm not. I had seen that I made a Far Cry stream and 2 or 3 Battlefield ones, and I was like, everything is For Honor now, apparently. It's funny, too, because the titles were also delayed. Like, every title I had was delayed, so if I made one for Far Cry, it would then say that I was playing Far Cry when I switched to the next stream on Battlefield. So, I'll call him back in from here. There we go. So, instead of screwing with it being a title behind each time, I just named it Stream, because you can't go wrong with the obvious thing in front. So that's what I've decided to do. And I'm just going to leave it there in a hope that it somehow, I don't know, fixes? I'm not sure. But everything is For Honor now. So, as that. I've been posting it around to things, and people will see it, and I'll just title it. Like, wherever I post it, I'll put on it what the actual stream is, in a hope that people aren't super confused. I mean, you see this is clearly not For Honor. Almost hit that post. There was a time when I was switching, this would have been probably 2018, I was switching between Metal Gear Solid and Ghost Recon Wildlands, which was really a pretty good game. And Witcher was out for a while by that point. I was playing a lot of this in Witcher for some time too. And it was kind of like a highlight for me. I remember it was nice. These were really good games, and it's the kind of thing you can't experience it again. You learn everything in it, and you try to absorb as much of it as you can, but you can never completely experience it again. Well, unless you wait like a decade. I've actually done that with some things, but overall, it kind of sticks with you. And it sucks, because it's like you play it, and it's really cool. You know, you still enjoy it as something that you've always liked. But it's also a little depressing knowing that it's kind of stuck, you know, where it is. It's not going to progress past this, or at least it's been a while since this game came out. I don't think they're going to progress it. There's a huge amount of potential. I mean, this is Metal Gear. It's like a 25-year, 30-year genre. It's one of the first types of games out there, and it sucks to see, you know, an end to something like that, especially when there's so much potential with it still. Let him sleep. Oh, that works. I do play Breakpoint. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy playing it. A lot of the people that I played Breakpoint with have stopped playing Breakpoint, but, I mean, if you want to do Breakpoint sometime, we totally could. It's just, I enjoyed it. It's an interesting change from Wildlands. I remember I liked it a lot when it came out, and then I think I just played so much of it I played it for basically months, and it got to the point where I was kind of tired of it. But it's still a really good game, and I know they've improved it a lot since launch, because I bought it at launch, and it was pretty rough. I was also playing it on the original Xbox One, and the Series X runs it so much better, night and day. It's the way it should be on the One X and the Series X, and it's really nice to see that they've got it to a playable point. But yeah, I would totally be up for playing some of that at some point. More fun with people for sure. The stealth feels kind of, I'm not going to say, like, it's not really clunky. I almost feel like the enemies at times are too perceptive. Poor guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if perception would be part of it. I think it's probably number of enemies. Missed him from this distance. I think it's number of enemies. Like, I wanted to take a base stealthy. I was like, you know, I did this smart, realistic. I rolled into the base with the MSR sniper suppressed. Got all set up on a hillside and was ready to shoot some fellers, to take it down quietly. And I killed a single guy, and they immediately saw the body and went loud. And it's because there's like 35 people to a base. And there's a point where for one person, it's extremely hard to kill all of those people, and I liked having the AI teammates, but at the same time, I felt like they were kind of out of place. Like, Wildlands was designed for it, so there was dialogue for them, and there was a bunch of stuff that you could really enjoy with them. Now they were implemented in kind of halfway through, so they're there, and they've got some depth, but they're not really good, and using them I feel overpowered, because Sync Shot is, as always, extremely powerful. I know I'm here now. I think there's only a few more people here, and they're likely to be down here. I'll give her a scan. Yes, sir. There's the last guy. I want to see if he's worth extracting. I try to occasionally pull out a few people, just to keep the base kind of stocked up with people. Where do you go? Might have went this way. Oh yeah, he found the body. I hear him. There he is. Oh yeah, see? He's worth extracting. Good stuff. I'll just rush him. Senor. Alright. That's that done. Prisoner extraction right down the hill. I actually remember where this person is. Again, I played so much of this. That's a really good idea. I was reading that. It's nice to have them be able to get you up. I remember I had some serious problems on Gollum Island for some time. My gear score was too low, and it's mostly wolves. So it is helpful to have them get you back up, especially when you die from crap, which happens when you're like, oh, this just doesn't make sense. It shouldn't happen. You're like a second off, or you're swamped by shotgun guys. I've totally been there. And it's a lot more fun playing it on higher difficulties. I played it on extreme, or I think it was extreme, the highest difficulty for a time, and it's actually really good. If you turn off a lot of the HUD and you treat it realistically, it's a lot of fun. The problem is, there's the new thing that wasn't in Wildlands is you've got all those bots rolling around, and those bots you can't take down quietly. So you might land 3-4 clips into them. Oh, I'll finish what I was saying. You can throw 3 or 4 clips into them, and they don't really care. And then, you know, one round takes you down because you're playing on such a high difficulty. So you, sir, don't play with gear score. That's actually a pretty good idea. It feels a lot more like Wildlands like that, and I enjoy it like that. The only issue I had was that it felt weird. I like it, but by the time they implemented that, I had played it for like 7 months, and it got to the point where it was like, this isn't the same. Like, it feels odd to me playing it without that piece. You know, it feels like it's gone. But it is very fun like that. Definitely more realistic. He's gonna come down here. I'll just shoot him. Well, you see me. Oh, fine. You can see me too, then. I'll kill 3 of you. Ooh, that's gonna be busy. That'll do. Wasn't as clean as I would have liked, but it works. Huh. Okay. Oh, that was a close one. I just kind of clipped his chin.
Okay, subject is in.
You know what? I'm feeling semi-wholesome, despite the fact that I've killed the rest of your team. Yoop. We have a lot of gaming consoles here, so there was a time when we were all playing Breakpoint. Like, we had our 4, sometimes we had too many people, but usually it was a 4-person squad. And it was a lot of fun like that. I don't normally play it with any more than myself and one other person if they're there. But the game really shines when you can get that multiplayer cohesion, when you can really plan things out and have the people that, you know, you can execute it right. You can't really do that with bots. Not sure why reflex mode is still on. Hello there. From that distance. I'm not having it. Oh, crap. No. I've got more people here than I can stow away for survival. That's fine. They're decent fellers. Sometimes. I had a time in this when I was getting detected by them all the time, and it went from, hey, these are decent blokes, semi-wholesome, they're just doing their job, to, you know, they see you, and it goes from that to like this burning hatred for them in a couple seconds, because they're relentless once they see you, and it's kind of annoying. Huh, I may want to go see what this dude's stats are before he bleeds to death. Okay.
He's coming
Sorry, brother. Can't save them all. This feller got really lucky, though. He will live forever in this here box. You. Alright, let's see. That's done. Thought I had something else near me, but apparently I don't. So my goal here, to kind of save some time, is head to that delivery point and head over to the Monyoko Nyanyoka station. God, that is a tough thing to say. Anyway, I'm going to head over there. I can't fast travel from this base if they see me, so ideally that won't happen, but I'm coming in the front half of the base, so I should be fine. I might just get kind of cheesy and use a Phantom Cigar so that I can infiltrate here at night, because I really don't want to screw with having to take this whole base on just so I can fast travel a little bit. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. I'll meander over somewhere safe. Safe-ish, kind of. I know they mine this place, so I'm trying to be careful. Yeah, this should do. I don't think they'll see me here. Use this until night, and then shuffle my way through. That'll do. Okay. I may need to deal with this guy. I might be able to move around him, though, without him seeing me. I'd like to just get there without having to take any of these guys down. It's easy to get out of hand. Pretty soon they've seen a body and you've got the base on alert. I prefer to just not have to deal with that. Oops. There we go. I had heard that this game actually came out for the 360, which was astonishing to me, because this game has a lot of content to be played on the last gen. Or, crap, I guess. What do we call a console that's 2 generations back? It wouldn't be last gen. But anyway, it came out on the 360, and I was surprised. Apparently it ran at 30 frames, which sounds unpleasant, but it's impressive that they did that. That's pretty cool. It was also one of the only games for the original Xbox One that ran at 60 frames, and I remember thinking that it was just beautiful because of that. And it holds up pretty well. It hasn't aged badly. It's certainly still as smooth as it's ever been. Alright. Head over there. It's going to put me right in the middle of these guys, but it should be fine. Very nice. This is a nice change of pace from Battlefield, I can tell you that. Every time I'm... Oh man, he's right on me. Every time I play Battlefield, I kind of yearn for something slower, a little more meticulous. A lot of Battlefield is just rush forward, this consistent push onward to the next base. You know, you gotta fight through so many people, and it's hard. You know, it's mentally a lot. This is slow though. Like, you can take a minute like this to just kind of relax and take everything in and plan your next move. Which my next move currently might just be to sit here, because this is a lot of people. Or, well, let me see what I actually have to do here. Okay, that's... Man, the map. I need to find the HVT if I plan to shoot these guys, because I don't want to miss-shoot and hit the person that I need. He's going to have headgear on, like a bandana. So I'll actually see him, but in a firefight that's not going to be easy. Well, let me look at the people here. I don't see him yet. Oh man, there's another guy moving in. I need to just wait for him to separate. I'm not going to shoot through these guys right here. I mean, I might be able to do it, but that would be a lot of shooting. Man, this is, I forgot that this was right in the middle of the base. These guys are more condensed than I thought they'd be. They're meandering about, though. I think that the target I need is on the second, like, lower half of this base, down this hill. I believe he's down here somewhere. It would be... Oh, wait, no, he's up here. Yep, he's above me. He's got a rifle, if I remember right. He's a scout, so... If I do hit these guys, I need to be very careful to... I think I might be able to see him from here. I need to be very careful not to be seen. Now, he's on the other side of these rocks above me, so... Alright. Here we go. Okay. I guess they're cross-eyed. Alright. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. This guy's taking a nap. Guess I'll move to the target. Wow. That went well. Oh, someone's got good eyes. He's not taking a nap like his buddy. Okay. Leave go. Let me up here. Oh, my boots are too slippery. That's what I get for being treadless. That's fine. Let's see what you're doing over here. Oh, you know, see, you're kind of worth it. I'll give you the good sleep. Yeah, that'll do. I'm hoping I can get him marked. I marked someone else. Okay. I may come back to extract this guy later, but I need to get them hidden and out of the way because I really don't want to have to fight this whole base right now. It's not going to be smooth. But back on... Oh, there he is. Oh, crap, he'll just come to me then. I'm glad I didn't go shooting everybody else up then.
That's the target.
Well, this is going to make it easy. I don't really care about the stats of the rest of these guys. I get to be choosy. Let's see what else we've got to shoot. Okay. Oh, Jesus. He bashed that gate open proper. Nice try, sir. Anyone that's asleep is going to wake up and move in. We're going to figure this out pretty quickly, I would think. Alright, he should be safer in that, assuming I don't get detected. He's got decent stats, too. Well, there's room in the Jeep. Yeah, this guy can stay there for a second. I need to move him. Okay. These guys need to be moved. Oh, missed from that distance. Okay. This road's getting kind of messy. Okay, gonna move up. I'm gonna cut their comms and power shortly too. This isn't a particularly hard infiltration. I've had much harder times getting into bases. What they have the hind above you, helicopters in this are extremely dangerous, but if they do have a helicopter up there, this job gets considerably harder in terms of sneaking around. I'm pleased about that, though, that there's still dangerous things that can tear you up and one-shot you if you're not careful. It's nice. It gives you a sense of realism, you know, a reason to be quiet. Because, I mean, if you can sponge everything they throw at you, there's really no reason to. I'm pretty spongy myself. I've got armor on this sneaking suit, but I still try to avoid it. Okay, I can pull him out. Got a guy at the front.
You gotta extract him.
How did he not see this guy? Hello. And they go to sleep pretty quickly, especially for people wearing helmets. It's almost too easy. Like I said though, at some point I plan to figure out how to keep this chat up on the screen, just kind of on there, just because I think it'll be a little bit more inviting, I guess. I mean, I'm reading it on my phone, so there's always an option I can see it, but I think it'd be nice, like, if I was viewing to see the conversation directly, to have everybody see that. Maybe I will just Google it. Yeah, I probably will do that at some point. I may not be able to do it on console, I'm not sure. Okay, he's only got one good stat, I'm not sure it's worth pulling him out. Okay, I need to cut the power. Actually, I will, what do we have here? What are you doing over there, sir? Boasting by the looks of it. This freaking scope sway is ridiculous. I'll pull him out, whatever. I don't want to think about it too much. See me, it'll be easier for me to kill you.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Reflex mode is kind of overpowered. Actually, reflex mode is a lot overpowered. I went back to playing Splinter Cell Blacklist at one point after playing a long time of this, and Blacklist was surprisingly easy, or sorry, surprisingly hard, because you don't have reflex mode, and so they'll see you, like, proper, and they'll immediately start shooting at you. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Yep, let's go ahead and head on past there. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh man, that's not good at all. Is there anybody left? Oh, I think there is. There's that dude by the front gate, isn't there? Oh no, there's not. Oh, it was the last guy. That's convenient.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That is very convenient. Just about got messy. I've had situations like that where I've been like, he shouldn't have seen me this quickly. But it would be like the first couple of targets I hit, and then you've got the whole base on you, and at that point it is a fight. Like a solid battle to stay alive. I also, since the For Honor stream, my first thing, have greatly improved the audio. On that stream I didn't have everything synced up real well, so you heard very little of my actual dialogue in between swords clashing. Which, I mean, is cool, I guess, but the whole point of me having the mic is to, a commentary on fellers like this poor guy. Which, I mean, the game audio for this is pretty great anyway, so I'm not super worried about commentary, but at least you can see the thought process behind whether or not my strategy ends up playing out. Alright, well, this is done. That went well. The tank unit is going to be a tough one, though. I'll head over that way on horseback. I also may need to buy... I am going to need to buy more Fultons. There goes the power. I kind of forgot to do that. Yeah. So no. Alright, onward. It's always smart to try to extract armor because it sells for a lot of money. I try to keep a stockpile of 40 vehicles at once between everything. I'm not quite there with armor. The great thing is if you sell, like if you have 40 tanks that sell for 100,000 apiece, you're looking at, what, $4 million in tank if you need it. Like if something happens and you go in the red, you're ready. You know, you've got a lot of money in potential sellables, which is nice. I try to keep that stuff on hand just in case. I remember at one point, I need to stop at this base. I remember at one point Hang on, I'm having a stroke here, I think. I completely forgot what I was doing. Uh, man, it's right. It's right at the edge of the old brain there. Ah, yes. Yes, selling things. I sold like 107 mortars that I collected and got huge money for it. I was curious what the payout would be in farming up 100 mortars. Look at him viciously Afrikaansing over there. Alright, well most of these guys aren't really worth extracting. They are definitely going to see what I'm going to do, so I'll just have to take them down. How have you not seen me? Again, they're basically blind. I'm like 30 feet from this dude. Oh, he's not even going to see me. I'm not moving, so I'm invisible. You pale, pasty, bald dude. I'll just accept it. Oh, but yeah, but you see that. Huh, that's surprising. Huh. That is really surprising. I don't think I checked your stats, sir. Hold still. Oh, well, I could have just shot him. That's fine. I will just hide him somewhere. Yep, that'll do, right over there. Very nice. Alright, so I'm moving to that... Oh, there is still someone else. But I'm moving to that armor. That is going to be dangerous. Armor doesn't screw around. You get detected by that and you're dead very quickly. So I try to be cautious there. I was thinking about doing some missions in this. I don't know if I would start at the beginning of the story for people that are looking for like a full-length playthrough, but that would be really time-consuming. It's a long game. Usually I play it kind of slow through the story, kind of slow and careful, to avoid getting shot at all. It's kind of fun. But it is... I usually get about half the story done in a day, doing it that way. And I'm not sure I want to play this all the way through again. I mean, it's great, it's fun, but I'm not sure I really want to. Let me check something here. Yeah, so you, sir, Sneakman95, yes, sir, you are the only actual random that I've ever met on this your platform. The other 6 followers are family and friends. My brother told me that's common enough. I mean, I'm trying to spread it through family and friends, so that makes sense. But still, like I said, I really appreciate your contribution. The fact that you're seeing this, because a stream with nobody there kind of feels like lonely. And I honestly, halfway through it, might just forget that I'm streaming and just go silent, like I might not bother talking, which would be good. I mean, you'd get some game audio if that's what you're looking for. But I'm trying to do something that stands out a little bit. I mean, anyone can play Metal Gear, and I'm sure we're playing it similar. It's kind of the same grind, you know, you get resources, you build things up, you grab people, you shoot some others. It's the same loop. But, you know, if you play it a little differently than other people, if you play it quieter or faster, if you're a little bit more lethal, then it's worth being different for. I'm good with that. As most of this is pretty slow. It's nothing overly snappy. There's some missions that drop you straight into combat, and those are interesting enough. But I try to avoid those. I mean, I can do it. It's just if I'm looking for a stealth game, I try not to be dropped straight into combat. Oh, look at that, a chopper. I was just talking about how dangerous those were. But I have a plan. Yes, sir. I've killed these things in a lot of ways, and there's a few really effective ways that I'm going to stick to. You've got the old launchers that do well, but let people know where you are. A suppressed high-powered rifle is one of the most ludicrous ways to kill them, but you can still be detected. At times I'll just down them with my normal assault rifle, but it's dangerous and they obviously will see you. I'm going to strategize a bit here and probably just call in an APC. and hit it with the main gun. Because they seem confused. The bots in this don't seem to understand there's a difference between where you shoot that and where the impact lands. They start just looking up at the sky like idiots to try to find where the blast itself was. They don't look around to see where it was shot from. I'm gonna get some water before I die of dehydration. Wouldn't want that, no. Yep. Acceptable. Alright. I've sat here long enough. The chopper's passed overhead again. APC is dropping in. Alright, so, first step, maneuver this to somewhere where I can hit that chopper. Preferably without hitting every rock in my way. Second step would be to move on everybody else, and they're down there. They're just sitting. I assume there's tanks, or maybe more APCs, I'm not sure, but I need to line this thing up. The gun can only go up so far. Like, as you can see, he's barely in my field of view there. So I'm gonna try to mount it on a hill, kinda, like this. It's kinda angle it. And then you can look up a lot better. So next time he circles, this is not the best rock for this, but next time he circles, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start hitting him with the main gun. This is decent terrain, actually. I might be able to kill him just like this. Yep, that got her done. Easy stuff. Best way to deal with choppers. Gives you a use for the vehicles, too. So they're going to move to either where those landed or where the helicopter crashed, one of the two. Either way, that puts them in a different spot than I am now, which is fine with me. Oh yeah, here it is. His main battle tank right down there.
That's the target.
Alright, it looks like a mortar. Yep. And where are the guys? Okay, they're moving up the hill. Cool. That's actually really convenient. I'm going to mark as many of these guys as I can, do a little bit of recon, and then move down on that armor. I'm going to try to extract and deal with these targets in the most dangerous order that they have, which would mean that the armor is my next target. I'll deal with the people last if I can. Although this guy on Overwatch is going to be a problem. I'll go shoot him. It's fine. They're still distracted. Starting to rain again. Oh, this guy's got the confusing going. Yeah, I think I've been there before. It happens. Okay. I'll just pull this guy out. Might as well.
Spit it out.
Alright. Maybe I'll deal with this team of 3 before I move on. That'll have the high ground clear. Alright.
You gotta extract him.
Well, that was not what I wanted to do. That'll work. Alright, this guy's breaking away. He's worth extracting too. Okay. This is a lot easier when I don't have a problem with just shooting all of them, but
Subject on board.
yeah, you need people. It's a consistent thing. You're always going to need crew. Alright. Mortar is gone. That's taking away some of their long-range capability. This guy is worth extracting. So is he. So... Ooh, this is going to be kind of close. Armor's going to see when these guys fall. Okay, I extract this. He sees the balloon. I shoot him in the face. I move to the other target. See me, stupid. That'll work. Alright. I extract him in the last mortar, and then we're set. Awesome. covered a pretty solid distance there on foot. You don't notice it when you're creeping around. Alright, well, oh, it's a tank unit at the airport too. That one's going to be tough. Airport's a pretty serious base. Biggest base out in Africa. I should have brought some decoys. Pretty good. No, I didn't bring any with, sadly. Meander around these guys. I think one of my only complaints with stealth games, and it's been the case with almost every stealth game I've played, is that the nights aren't dark enough. Like, if you have a flashlight, or the option for a flashlight, or if you have night vision, the game should be dark enough to require you to use these things. Because there's really, like, it's the middle of the night, in the rain, and I can see everything plenty clearly. Like, I wouldn't have any problem seeing people out here. And it defeats the purpose in night vision. I'm gonna extract. Well, I'm gonna try to extract them. Maybe when I stop running, it's really not. Okay. But you don't need night vision. I mean, it's helpful at finding targets in foliage and over distance, obviously, being highlighted like this, but it's not a necessity. In fact, I played this as kind of a realistic type commando at one point. I had face paint on my guy and some stubble, and I was trying to look kind of, you know, realistic, kind of Rambo-esque. It was a pretty good time, but I deployed without night vision or hardly any gear. Basically, I just had my rifle, a pistol, and a bandana, and like the cheapest armor I could throw on, and it was pretty cool. It's an interesting way to play it. Like in a game where there's so much diversity and so much high-tech gear, just stripping it down to this bare-bones infiltration is really kind of nice. It's different. It brings me back to Blacklist, also, the Splinter Cell. Most of the Splinter Cells, you get night vision and you don't need it, just like in this. It's so bright you never use it. Aside from, and kind of an outlying one in that, would be Chaos Theory, which is still one of the best stealth games out there, like, ever made. I'm not sure why they broke away from that formula. But that game was dark, like, very dark. You wouldn't see yourself unless you used night vision. And it was really a great mechanic, because sometimes I wouldn't throw on the goggles, and I'd stumble upon enemies, and, you know, I'd be shot at. In a game like... oh, feckin' crap. That is a really not ideal situation there. This is not a long-range rifle. Oh man, I hope I can land a couple killing shots on this guy. Oh, he's down. Wow, that was close. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so this rifle I've built, this compact little thing, is, it's short. It's got the shortest barrel you can get on it, but I'm running 308 rifle rounds, so I still have pretty good distance and minimal drop. But I really don't like having to outshoot those guys in a situation like that. It's super close. Anyway, back to Splinter Cell. It was great seeing, like, going back and replaying the older ones, because it's got this sense of unrelenting realism. Like, if you screw up in Chaos Theory, you're pretty much dead, or at least very close. You don't heal. It's gritty. It's hard. You really have to, you know, plan ahead and be cautious on what you're doing, and it's super realistic in that, and I love it. Like, if you're in the dark, enemies can't see you, which is realistic enough, unless you're going against, you know, specialists with night vision gear or something, which is, it's really cool to be able to creep around people and have it work, like, realistically. Like, if it's the middle of the night, in the middle of a storm, they shouldn't be able to see you from 30 meters away. It just doesn't make sense. Whereas these guys, I mean, they see you almost as well in the middle of the night as they do during the day. They're basically blind during the day, in comparison. Anyway, I need to strategize a bit here. Figure out where these guys are moving. Probably down that chopper as quickly as I can, because I don't want to screw with that in a firefight. I could down it last, actually, if I avoid it properly. I may do that. I don't know, I like down in the chopper first. That's usually what spawns me. Okay. Yeah, I'll deal with the chopper beforehand. I need to let it pass, and then I'll circle around and hit it with armor like last time. Get some more water. Okay. Time to move. Ugh. What was it? Was it A? It was, okay. I'm used to holding B. That's the For Honor control. But what am I saying? Twitch thinks everything is For Honor now. That is a strange thing to have happen. I have to hope the For Honor community stays really big, because if it fades out to nothing, they're never going to see the videos. Okay. Yeah, I can call something in and out here. Awesome. Yes. Drop it out there on the runway, use it to down the chopper, and then I'll move to the armor next. There was a time when I really tried to get creative with the order in which I did these things, and it was good. I mean, I've tried to take out the armor first, which is smart, but then the chopper usually sees you. And I've tried to take out the people and whittle them down, but then the armor or the chopper sees you. And once the helicopter sees you, you've got serious problems mopping up what's left, especially when you have armor to deal with too, because it's a very dangerous combination. So usually, I just try to do this same kind of order of operations. Down the chopper, extract the armor, take out the people. It's the safest way to do it. Just step by step. Alright. Oh, the tank's firing at something. What's he shooting at? I don't think he's firing at me, but that's odd. I need to get up on this roof, try to get a better vantage point of these guys. Okay. Armor's no problem up here, not really. Somebody close to me, I think. Yeah, they are. Okay. Well, I can't look down that far. One of them has good stats. Okay, the armor's simmer back down, that's good. These guys are going to move in a second, I hope. I'll just move to the other guys then, if they're going to sit there. I know these fellas are moving. Okay. I'm just going to outrightly mark people that I need to extract. It's going to be easier to keep track of them. Alright, I'm going to grab him, the armor, and the one dude down here. God, it's so hard seeing over this edge. Alright, well it's not that guy, so it's going to be the dude without the shield. Easy enough to keep track of. Okay. I am going to start putting these guys to sleep, I think. This guy actually can just shoot. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, I need to trank the dude I need to extract. Alright, I'll give that a second, it'll drop him. Once he goes to sleep, I'll move down, shoot the other guy, move to extract the armor. Alright. Howdy. Wow, swole. I took one to the neck, that's pretty good. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna move through the building.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Good stuff. Alright. Oh, he's got a nap in his future, I can tell. Alright. Go ahead and see me, you. Makes it so much easier. Alright. There's still somebody here. Somebody I haven't found. Surprising, he must be in the building.
You gotta extract him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's close. Yep, right up there is what I thought. It's another sniper. Alright. Gonna meander my way up here and see what he's doing. Oh, that went well. Yeah. Wasn't shot by a tank, and that's always good. For the sake of saving Fultons, I am going to throw this guy in the Jeep. The Jeep's not here. Oh, that ruins that plan. Whatever, not a problem. I still need to strip this base of its resources, though. It's part of the reason I'm here. Alright. Very nice.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
To anybody that may be watching this video down the road, because they usually end up in the 30s and sometimes 40 views. It's decent, but anyone that is watching it, I have a YouTube channel and an Instagram and a Facebook and a Snapchat, and most things is the point. I have a lot of social media if you want to follow me on any of those. I don't really use them much. I try to kind of keep out of the way of most like trends. It's never really been something I followed too thoroughly. But, you know, they're there if you want to see, like, I don't know, a picture. the few things I've posted to those things. Or give me a howdy on a different platform. I don't really care. Anyway, I just figured I'd say it. Might as well try to branch out any way I'm able to. And I plan to upload 1 to 2 streams a day, which at the length these are is actually quite a bit of time. I mean, I've got 7 hours of content in 3 days, so in the months that I'm going to be doing this, that is going to be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And most of it's not going to be, you know, attractive to everybody. It's not going to interest everyone that sees it. But my plan is to just do whatever I was going to do anyway, but stream it, because I try to do things a little differently, depending on what game it is. Again, this is kind of, you can't diversify too much in this, not with what I'm doing now. But I try to do different things. I'll try to keep it interesting. I've got quite a bit of games to play, plenty of stuff to do. I was thinking a Crysis 3 stream. I have Crysis 3 remastered, and it's a pretty game. And for anyone that played the original back in the day, it's a nostalgic experience seeing that again. It's really pretty cool. I had a great time replaying it. And it held up really well. The gameplay is weighty and pretty nice. Looking back, it was it held up well. Crysis 2 did as well, but Crysis 3 kind of just mastered every problem that 2 had, so it was really kind of superior in most of the areas. And then I replayed, or actually for the first time, played Crysis 1. I was kind of hyped for it. I heard that it was a really impressive game, and that only top NPCs could run it when it launched. But this was 20 years ago, and that's a game that really, it didn't age that well. It looks good for being what it is. Still, it looks good. But you talk about some clunky gameplay. It's like they weren't sure what to do with it, so they just kind of threw a bunch of mechanics together. And then, I don't know, it was really hard to play. I was used to streamlined gameplay because I went from 3 to 1, and that was not a good idea. I really should have just started with 1. But it was good. I mean, I'm not going to belittle it. It was a great game. It had a really good story. It felt kind of incomplete. They just sort of ditched the story between 1 and 2, but it was still good. I enjoyed it. It was different than I thought it would be, but I enjoyed it. Let me see here. This base is secure, so I don't really have anything else to do aside from take resources out of it, and then I guess I'll move on. It's one thing at a time here. I don't have too much more here. You know what, actually, let me see what time it is here. Let me check the watch. 6:20 in the morning. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. A couple days ago, I was actually kind of joking about it. I was like, well, if I stay up too late, I'm going to have a hard time keeping on a good schedule. And then I got up yesterday at like 8 at night, and I was like, well, there goes the schedule. Completely ruined. That's the convenient thing about streaming, though, is as long as I get these things out, I'm not super worried about when they're out. People can see them whenever. So that's my plan. I'm just going to keep it kind of busy. I'm just going to keep releasing things little by little. Not worried too much about the time that I release them. But that brings me back to the point that I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to try to stay up. I haven't been up very long, not really. 10 hours is kind of a short day. But I don't know. I also don't know how much more I want to play of this. Maybe I'll try to do some missions. Something a little more, like, goal-based, you know? That might be worth it. Wow, I didn't get that outpost. That was the one thing I started this attempting to do. What a load of crap. Fine. Okay. Well, I'll meet it halfway then. I'll take out that last tank unit that's out there. And then I'll exfil. Yeah, that'll be good. I don't feel like being done with it yet. I don't play as much Metal Gear as I used to because it's, well, again, I just played a huge amount of it. And I've kind of run out of things to do. I was developing Gear 9, like level 9 gear back in the day. I had all the FOBs maxed and I had S+ guys almost all the way through the branches. In fact, at one point, I was like 740 something in the world in terms of bases in this, and that was really cool. I was pleased with that. It took a really long time, but I got there, and I was glad about it. I had a lot of equipment and a lot of diversity. The cool thing about replaying this is that I know what I wanted, so it's not super hard for me to just kind of continue knowing what equipment that I'm good with. So it was easy to develop that stuff early on. Alright. Closest thing is Kaziba Camp, so I'm going to fast travel. Yeah, that's pretty far away. I'll just go ahead and travel over there. I'll use the old box. Alright. I'll fast travel my way over to that base, and it's another tank unit, so it's probably going to be more of the same. Down the chopper, steal the tanks. Again, it's kind of a dull loop, but it's really the only safe way to do it, especially if you want to take the armor alive. Ugh. Very noise. Very noise. There's on night vision in the middle of the day. Okay, I don't even need to be here. I need to try to leave these guys alone. Oh, that actually reminds me. I'm going to play Fallout at some point. That's another game I really enjoy, the single-player Bethesda games. I'm kind of halfway through a Skyrim run and a Fallout run. And I try to take those games kind of slow. I did speedrun them at one point because I was curious, and Fallout, I believe, was actually faster, which was surprising to me. I got them done, I think Fallout was 5 hours and 45 minutes, and Skyrim was 6.5 hours. I was really surprised. I thought Fallout would be longer than it is. But I try not to play them like that. You know, if you're playing through just the story, you're really cutting down on your experience. I mean, crap, half of Skyrim is the side jobs, you know, exploring things. And I enjoy that. But I plan to play some of those at some point. I got a feeling that I'm going to be kind of overpowered in Fallout. I try to be overpowered in Fallout, kind of intentionally. But the enemies are pretty powerful too. I mean, I still get hurt plenty. It's more just how do you not become overpowered? You know, like, I have like 1,000 stim packs. How are you not overpowered at that point, you know? Like, you can't be killed, really. And you can just immediately heal from everything. You can become a complete armored sponge. And you can have insane damage output. There's no way to not be overpowered in Fallout. It's one of those games that you might start kind of weak, and it's possible enough to die, but you put enough time into it, you're gonna be too strong. There's no way around it. Skyrim's the same way. I mean, like, when you start, a skeever can be dangerous. You know, the occasional high-level bandit can give you a real skirmish, but you put enough hours into it, and you can punch everybody to death. That's just the reality of that type of game, is that you're gonna get to be too strong. There's no way around it. Hope he doesn't see my fangs sitting here. That'll be unpleasant. Should be okay. It's not like I really blend in much. You'd think this would be, you know, earth tones, maybe forest camo, but no, they're like, well, we're gonna make her blue. That'll blend in well. Yeah, blue in a jungle. Brilliant idea. In fact, I'm kind of surprised they never added camoed sneaking suits. It would have been a great thing to just throw in after launch. Would have been very nice to creep around with actual camo. Alright, no, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Don't want to move on the tanks. Gotta down the chopper first. Oh! Hello there! Huh. Mm-hmm. What you doing there, bro? Oh, you see, he looks like... Good day. I'm going to do this a little differently. I think I can avoid this chopper. I'm going to go after this armor on the side. Luckily, once you go prone, they become completely unable to see you for some reason. Despite the fact that you're a larger surface area, which makes no sense. That was a problem I had with Breakpoint. When Nomad sprawls out and covers himself in mud, which is an amazing feature, he turns sideways, which makes it a lot easier to see. We like... Oh, we're good. Okay. Man, I really thought that was a tank or the chopper there. That would have been a real problem. All's well. Okay, I'm gonna pull this tank out in just a second. There's a chopper flies overhead here. Alright. Good stuff. I haven't been as philosophical as my first For Honor video. I don't know, I get hit patches. Like, I get hit with just these random, spontaneous bursts of, I need to share words of wisdom. These are things people should know. And I'll start to go on this rant. It kind of needlessly. And I don't know. I try not to be that way. I wasn't super, like, mean or anything. I didn't offend people, I don't think, but, I don't know. There's something about getting set into this, like, deep thought that puts me in kind of a somber mood. I don't know. I try not to be that way. Most of the time. I had posted the first stream to Facebook, and my grandmother watched it, and I was like, that's pretty great to think that. That's I'm not sure. I mean, these people, they're not gamers. They watch like Law and Order. It's pretty funny to think that they're watching For Honor streams. I enjoyed it though. I was pleased that they at least gave it a chance. Creeping around these fellas right proper. I am convinced I was just worse at this game back in the day. I think I was genuinely just bad, because this isn't hard. Like, none of this is difficult. I'm creeping around in the middle of the day, doing nothing fancy, and it's not difficult. It's not like I'm running overpowered equipment. I mean, these are base weapons for the most part. I could have deployed with some far stronger gear. Yeah, that was pretty much the entire tank unit dealt with right there. Gonna sort these fellers out. Don't need you, sir.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Alright, I'll extract him. Ah, terrible thing to do. Well, that's fine. Alright, now all I need to do is down that chopper. Shouldn't be too hard.
You gotta extract him.
I'm gonna deal with this guy that's moving a little close. Where is he? He's right over here, I believe. I'll just give it a scan. Is that him? It is, but he's not as close as I thought he was. I'll just leave him alone, it's not worth it. Assuming the helicopter doesn't see me, this should be pretty straightforward stuff. Alright, this is safe enough. I'll call in the APC, down that bird, and the nextville. Smooth day. In fact, I haven't been detected to the point where they're shooting at me at all, which is nice. Shot at is dangerous. Alright, call this in. Take down the chopper. Some of the best content in terms of like rewatching things, I really enjoyed. I enjoy watching Battlefield. I was rewatching some of that a couple days ago, and it is entertaining stuff. Like I didn't get bored of it. I was watching it and I was like, this isn't bad. Like, it was a little less strenuous to see the battlefield than to play the battlefield. Like, I didn't like that. Playing the battlefield puts me on edge. And there's none of that when you're watching it, really. You don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to survive. It's just, you know, you're watching it. There's no risk. I enjoy watching Battlefield. Fun to play, but pretty fun to see too. Alright. That's my plan come through. I have done what I needed to. Gonna head over to the extraction point and pull out of here. That's good stuff. That's another hour-and-a-half stream. I was thinking I'd release some shorter stuff, like half an hour, 45 minutes, but I don't usually play games for such a small period of time. Like, I don't see any reason to throw a game in for half an hour, you know? Like, obviously I can. I could try to crop down to highlights, but this way you're seeing the whole thing, the entire experience, start to finish. And I mean, I could, if I had a PC, I'd try to crop down the boring bits, like travel, but honestly in this, most of the travel isn't that time-consuming. It's creeping around in bases, and that's part of the content, you know? I mean, you watch this for stealth gameplay. It's one of the best parts. It's a stealth game. So, I mean, I'd want to see it, rewatching it. I enjoy these bits. So I'm not super worried about it. But I'm going to RTB, and then, I guess call her done. I'm just going to return to the base. Punch a couple people, have them give me a, "Oh, thank you, boss!" And then, it should be good. Yeah, done the good hydrate, see. Far better than dying. But the cool thing is that I do play a lot of very diverse games. Like this is highly diverse from Fallout and Battlefield. The only genre I don't actually have like a real foothold in is racing games. I always thought they were kind of simple. I enjoy them when I'm playing them, but then like I think I can drive in GTA. You know, like it has everything. So like if I really want to play something with everything in it, I just do that. But I mean, I get it. I get just driving games. They're usually a little smoother. Alright, a couple things to sell. Let me check the armor here. Not too bad. Yeah. Getting there. Little by little. Stockpiling walker gears. I need to keep 10 of those on for a challenge. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And it pains me to see all this equipment that still needs to be developed. On my old save, I had nothing else to do. Like, I would spend 3 weeks to grind my way over to, let's see, at the time, I had this sneaking suit. Yeah, so it was such a pain because you get to the point where you're spending like a month to build your crew up, doing the same repetitive things, and then after all that time you can build a new thing, like a new rifle or a new sneaking suit, and it was awesome. I had the battle dress, I believe, at Defense 5, and you were insanely spongy. I took a direct hit from the strongest weapon in the game, which is the T-90's main gun. Almost always it'll kill you in one shot, but with the Defense 5 you can actually take that tank round, which is absurd. You can take a direct hit from the strongest thing you can be shot by. So small arms fire from people is nothing. It's not a problem at all. You can melee everybody you come across without any real issue. But at that point, like, you're so overpowered using it. I usually didn't. Like, it wasn't necessary. Like, I prefer to run kind of quiet and light and realistic. I like that. Not to just be this spongy unit. I don't usually get detected anyway, so it's no problem. Yeah, so I've sold the hardware. Everything's pretty much where I want it. I am going to return to base. Pretty nice. Oh, must have been a few days since I was on. Yeah, it has been. Yep. I remember I took like a 3-month break from this once.
Snake. Well, that would explain it. Sorry. Guess I've been away a while. Shouldn't be such a stranger. Such a bad example for the men. And he gets pretty lonely too. Come on, Dee Dee.
Looks kind of crunched in from that angle. Alright.
Welcome back. Boss! 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 Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss.
Yep, he's a pretty diverse character there, isn't he? Money. Alright, good stuff. Yep. Still looks like a base. It's got the buildings and the people. Yes, sir. Anyway, back to the chopper. I remember I had someone back in the day that hit my base. They were trying to infiltrate it. One of my FOBs, and this poor guy. I saw him hitting my guys, and they were like, ugh! And I was sitting on top of like the main platform with a completely max level hail grenade launcher, and this dude came out from around a box, and I just riddled him. It was from such distance. He was trying to counter snipe me, but I was basically just hitting him with like mortar rounds, like artillery. The guy had nothing he could do, and eventually I flushed him out to the point where he died. Like, he had nowhere to go. And it was I felt like such a bully on that poor dude. He put up a good fight, though. killed a lot of my people. Which is rude. It's rude. They're good blokes. But, luckily I haven't been attacked in quite a long time. I don't think I have the gear to fight off a well-equipped person anymore. Not really. Not now. Although I have redeveloped the hail, so I suppose I could lay down some hate with that thing if I needed to. But, yeah. Good stuff. I guess I'll leave it there. Yep. Well, good day.